everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button. It is free. You know that, or you should know that. And please, if you like the video, give a thumbs up on the video, not just in my creations, but whoever's creations you're watching. We all depend on you to keep growing our channels and to keep putting out these beautiful patterns for you guys for free. And of course, a lot of hours dedication to have these beautiful patterns put out. I would like to mention I do have a Facebook private group. You're more than welcome to join if you have a profile pic. And what else? I have Instagram, TikTok, crochet page. Everything is listed below in the description box. You can follow me through there. And if you're stuck in a project and need help, you can also message me through there. If you have some of these social medias, it's much easier to get back to you then and quicker than on here on YouTube. Okay, so I would like to mention that the threads I use, these are Portugal threads. They're 4-ply, 100% cotton threads. We go by number, not by name of colors. So this one is like an aqua greenish, something like that. 44. So that's the color number 44. These are similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, of course, better quality. Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. If you use Aunt Lydia number 3, your patterns will become bigger. Okay, in case you don't have these type or can not get access to these type, then you can double or triple your Aunt Lydia number 10. Remembering also, if your tension is loose, go a hook or two higher not higher, sorry, a hook or two lower than your normal, so you can tighten up your tension. If your tension is too tight, then go a hook or two higher so you can loosen up your tension. I use most of the time 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. A lot of you ask me for my threads. I do ship them out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, 300 to 325 yards. The shipping is included, minimum order of 6 balls. Okay, that's at least to pay for the shipping because I gain nothing from it. It's horrendous, the shipping out here in Europe. Okay, so we're going to get started. Please, sharing is caring. If you can, invite your friends and family to be part of this journey with us. Thank you so much, and blessings and hugs to all of you. Let's get started. Okay, everyone, so as you know, the latest or the last few videos I've been putting out has been with pineapples, of course, because of the high demand of pineapples. But you're more than welcome to request whatever you like. So I've been digging into my old stuff that I have designed and created many, many years ago. Some designs of mine, my creations, some was out of old Portuguese crochet books, which doesn't even exist anymore. And I'm talking about, like, my goodness, a long time ago. I'm not saying that I'm old, girls. I'm still a young puppy. But anyway, old book, not old Maggie, right? I like to have a little sense of humor here and there sometimes, so don't mind me. So I'm going to create one of the old doilies, which I had switched up a bit back then, not much because I didn't have that much experience either back at the days, but I did, even though young as I was, always managed to change patterns and to create different patterns out of one. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. I think after a few years, it became so popular, that pattern, that people started creating quite a bit and started changing to their own patterns themselves. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's not hard. It's, I mean, these are vintage patterns. These are like very long time ago. So, and nobody creates them anymore. Nobody wants to have that work to create them because it does take a lot of work and a lot of thread, a lot of patience too. but I am bringing it back to you because there's quite a few people that still enjoy those patterns. Not only that, it also gives them or brings them back good memories, either of their parents or, their mothers or grandmothers or great-grandmother or great aunts. And why not? And bring those beautiful memory back, from these wonderful people that, wonderful family members or even friends that have, created similar patterns to these ones. It's just, I love it when I read certain comments in the group that I brought the memory back, either the grandmother or great-grandmother or aunt or mother and things like that. So God bless you and them in heaven. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to use a 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, a pair of scissors. I'll be using white just to make sure that it's clear enough for you guys to see it because it's such delicate pieces. I will be using a 4-ply 100% cotton thread, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, but you can use Aunt Lydia number 10. These pieces are made to be with thin thread. Back then it was like number 30, and 20 was even smaller than 30. And that's what we worked with. I think it was 0.50, the hook, or 0.75 that I used to use back then. But anyway, no more. I just can't anymore. My eyesight, my fingers, you name it. So you know that if you use Aunt Lydia number 3, your patterns will be bigger, which is fine because you can make a nice, beautiful centerpiece for your table or whatever, other display you would like to have displayed. So it will be bigger than my actual 4-ply because Aunt Lydia number 3 is a little bit thicker than my thread. And of course, if you use Aunt Lydia number 10, your doily will become smaller. So it will be a delicate little doily that you will have. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And give a thumbs up on the video. And please, for some new people that are into the channel, either subscribed or not, please, I welcome all comments, of course, but I don't really appreciate nasty comments. So be gentle and kind. There's no need for nastiness. There's enough going around the world as of nastiness. We don't have to be nasty. We are mothers of this world. So women, wake up, snap out of it, and be kind. I could imagine you're doing it to me. I could imagine how many other people you have done it to. Just be nice. If the channel does not fit you, move on to another one. Nobody is beating you up on it. So don't beat us up. We dedicate ourselves every day on channel, hours, weekends, holidays, to bring out these patterns to you guys for free while everybody's enjoying picnics, beaches, traveling, and so on. So be very kind, please. Okay? Thank you. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to do a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain. Coming on my first, I'm going to do a slip stitch. I'm going to come back in and do a single 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. I'm coming back in again, creating another double crochet. I'm going to create 10 groups of 2 double crochet and 2 chain space between them. So 1, 2, 2 chain, 1, 2 double crochet, 2 chain. So this is row 1. And we're going to have a total of 10. I've done my 10 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space between them. I'm going to go up. So going into row 2, after doing my slip stitch, I'm going to come over to the next double crochet. I'm going to stretch my thread just a bit, single and 1 chain. Or 2 chain for some of you, depending on your tension. This would be the same as my double crochet. I'm going to create 2 inside of my chain space. So now I have a total of 3 double crochet. 2 chain, skip the first, come into the second, double crochet, and 2 inside of my 2 chain space. I'm going to continue to do this all the way around the same way. 2 chain space between them. skip my first double crochet and into the second, and 2 inside of the chain space. We're always going to increase 2 inside of the chain space as we go up. 1, 2 chain into the second double crochet, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. So 2 inside of the chain space. This is row 2. I'm going to close up with slip stitch on that chain that I've done. Okay. And then again, I'm going to come into the next double crochet, always leaving the first one behind. I'm going to stretch it a bit and do 1 double crochet, well, 1 single, 1 chain. That's my double crochet. I'm going to come inside of the 2 chain space, of course, into the next one and create 2 double crochets. Chain 2. Skip the first one, go into your second double crochet with double crochet into the next one and 2 inside of the chain space. Okay, you guys, so row 1, 2 double crochet, row 2, skipping the first one, going into the second, and then 2 in the chain stitch. We have 3. Row 3, skipping always the first one, going into the second one, and then doing double crochet, and 2 inside of the chain space. So 4. I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in row 4. For some reason, the other video cut it. I don't know why. So I skipped the first one, did my double crochet, in my second one double crochet, and on my third one. I'm going to do another double crochet here. So 2 double crochet here. So I have a total of 5. My 2 chain space. Skip the first one. Go into the second one. Even though the video jumped on the other one, I don't know why it did that. Still doesn't change anything. We're still proceeding the same way, so it's not like you've lost anything. 2, 4, and 5. It's going to change on the next row though. So 2 chain. I'm coming in on my stitch. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 5 is going to change a bit. We're going to come, actually, I'm going to do it this way as I've been doing. I'm coming in the second double crochet and I'm stretching it a bit and I'm stretching again. So that's my first double crochet. And the reason why I'm doing this, I don't want this row to be too noticeable. So my second double crochet, my third, my fourth, inside of the chain stitch from here until row 12. Okay, we're going to continue this until row 12. Until row 12, we're going to do 3 double crochets this time inside of the chain space. Okay, not 2 double crochet, but 3. Okay, from here on. 2 chain, come in your second double crochet and proceed again. 1, next stitch. This is my second double crochet, my third, my fourth, 5, 6, and 7 double crochets. We're going to keep increasing 3 double crochets on each row inside of the 2 chains space, okay, until we have 12 rows all together. Right now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that means the next row you should have 9 double crochets. That means you're going to have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 3 more inside of the chain space. You'll have a total of 9. We're increasing by 3 inside of here. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine until row 12 and then come back to you after I'm done. Always 3 from here on, 3 double crochet inside of the chain space. Skip always the first one and 2 chain space between the groups. I'll meet you at the end of row 12. Okay, everyone, so I've done up to row 12. Remember, we left off here with 5 double crochets. That was 1, 2, 3, 4 row. 5th row, we did, always skipping the first 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 inside, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so from the 5th row on was 3 double crochets and always skipping 1. So going to row 30, you're supposed to have a total of 21 double crochets. Before I forget, this row 13 will be just a repeat on 21 double crochets. I've done a single one chain. I've stretched enough to become a double crochet. The only difference is on our chain, we're going to be adding 6 chain. Okay, so we're going to do again 21 double crochets. I've done my 21 double crochets. Now I'm going to do a 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And come into the first one again and repeat your 21 double crochets. This row 13 will be the same all the way around. 21 double crochets and 6 chain. Okay? Okay, you guys, going to row 14. Okay, now we need to decrease 3. How are we going to do that? We're going to go into the next one. I'm going to do my stretch my single and stretch my 1 chain. And I'm going to come inside of the next and close it. And then 1 per stitch. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why I said by 3, but anyway, so we don't do the first one and we don't do the last one. So you're supposed to have 18 double crochets, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, whoops, 19 double crochets, sorry, 19 double crochets. Let me just confirm. I'm not even sure at this point. Let me think here for a second. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to try it this way. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just take down whatever I did on the recording and re-record again and retry again. It's kind of hard for me to remember all the stitches too. 1, 2, 3. Coming in the center and doing a double crochet. Good heavens. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming back in and another double crochet. So we're creating these little loops in between. 1, 2, 3. Skip the first one and go into your second one. And you'll do your 19 double crochets. Okay? We're going to repeat this all the way around. Hopefully it's going to work for me. I don't have to take down the recording and redo it again. Okay? Okay, everyone, going into row 15. Again, I'm going to go over to the next stitch. So we're not doing the first stitch. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do a single. So we skip the first one and 2 chain into the next one. So we're not doing the first nor the last double crochet. Okay? Okay, everyone, so we have 17 double crochets. I'm going to do 1 chain. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do a shell of 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochets. Chain 2. I'm going to come inside of this loop and do 9 double crochets. I've done my 9 double crochets. I'm going to do 1, 2 chains, skipping the first, coming into the second, and doing my 17 double crochets. We're going to repeat this all the way around the same way. We also don't do the last double crochet. Okay? So 1 chain shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 9 double crochets inside, and 2 chains. Skip the first double crochet. We should have 15 double crochets. Okay, everyone, going into row 16. So I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going into the next one, and I'm going to stretch a bit. Single, 1 chain. So we're not doing the first, we're going directly and starting from the second. And we also are not doing the last double crochet. And I think I had called the stitch here wrong. It's supposed to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I believe I said 15, but it's 17. Okay, now you're supposed to have 15 on this row because we keep taking out by 2s, right? Okay, so I've done my 15 double crochets. I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. I'm going to come in where that shell is with, again, a shell of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet, like that. 2 chain. Coming in that first double crochet with double crochet, this is the foundation of the pineapple. 1 chain space into the next one, 1 chain space into the next one. So we're going to have 9 double crochets, 1 chain space between them, and then 2 chain space directly into the second double crochet. So I've done my 9. I'm going to do 2 chains, skip the first, going to the second. Another thing I want to mention to you is it looks a little bit wavy when you stretch it out like that. But don't stress. Once you keep going, it's going to straighten itself out. Okay? So you're going to continue to do that all the way around, skipping the first and skipping the last double crochet. 2 chain shell, 2 chain double crochet, 1 chain space between them, and then 2 chain again. Okay, everyone, going to row 17. So I'm going to come in the next one. I've closed in with slip stitch. I'm going to come in the next one. I'm going to pull it up in 1 chain into the next one. And I'm going to close them both together. Okay. So now I'm cutting down. It's almost like I'm cutting down 2, let's say. Okay, so next stitch, and again. But of course it won't show on this row. It will show more on the next row. Now when you get here, incomplete, because remember we don't do the first and we don't do the last. So we're going to do an incomplete. And now we're going to close it together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But on the next row, we'll be hooking it on here and doing the incomplete again. So that cuts down quite a bit. Chain 2. I'm going to come in and I'm going to do 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, 2 more, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. So we have 3 groups of 2, chain 2, 3. We're going to start the pineapples loops. So 1, 2, and 3 into the next one. So we come in between the first and the second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so continue your loops. So we have 7 3-chain loops on the pineapple. 1, 2 chain. Coming into the second, we're going to do the incomplete. We couldn't do it at the beginning here because we sort of did, but we couldn't pull it like this because we're just starting the row. Okay, so incomplete into the next one. And now we're going to close it all together. Continue to do exactly the same thing, stitch by stitch. 1 double crochet per stitch, and then we're going to do the incomplete at the end again. So I'm on the third one before the end. Remember, we never do the last one, right? So I'm doing the incomplete. I have one more to go, and now I'm going to close it all together. So it starts to pull the pattern like this, okay? Chain 2 and come inside and do your 3 groups of 2 double crochet, okay, and then 3 chain for the pineapple loops. 1, 2, 3, and continue on. Okay. Okay, everyone, going into row 18. So we're going to go over to the next. Okay. Single 2 chain. Obviously, we cannot close these 2 as we would want to. Only when we come from here, we'll do the end complete there and close it off. But I'll show you here at the other edge. So 1 per stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3 left. Obviously, we don't do the last one, so we need to do an incomplete here. Incomplete. And now we're going to close it all together. So it becomes only 1. Okay? So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming inside of this shell now, we're going to have 3 groups of 2 double crochet and 2 chain space between them. Like that. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming in between the first and the second, we're starting the pineapple loops with 3 chain. 1, 2, 3 chain into the next. 1, 2, 3 chain into the next. Should have 7 loops at the end. Okay, so I have my 7 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 chain. I'm going to skip the first and I'm going to do an incomplete on my second. And again on my third. Close it all together. And then 1 per stitch. We'll do the same thing at the edge here. So on your third one, you do the incomplete and close it on the next one. 1, 2, 3. So here, 1, incomplete, and again, close it. 1, 2, 3, and repeat your 3 groups of 2 double crochet, 2 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I've closed off row 17. I'm going to come into the next single, 2 chain, and again close it. Next double crochet, and again, here I'm going to do an incomplete, so we have 2 left. We don't count this one here because that's part of 1. That's why we've closed it together. And I'm going to close this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3 chain. Come where your shell is. Do your shell. And 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your shell again. Your pineapple loops stay at 3 chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do my 3 chain loops, then I'll meet you here, just so you don't get confused. 1, 2, 3. So we're skipping this one here, and we're coming directly into the next one and doing an incomplete. Obviously, we couldn't do it from the first one we did here because we have just started the row. Okay, so that becomes 1 now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last 2 here becomes 1, incomplete and incomplete. That becomes 8. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat what we've done here. 1, 2, 3. Do your shell. Your 4 chain. And your shell again. One, 2, 3, into the loop. So you're just repeating now, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, finishing row 18. Doing my 3 chains, and I'm going to close it up where we've closed both double crochets together. Coming into the next one, single, 2 chain. So these will be close together again, so it becomes 1. So this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th and 6th we close together. So it's like having 1, because these are close together, 2, 3, 4, and these are close together, 5. Because the next row we're going to do only 2 double crochets. That means we're going to skip this first one, go into the second and the third. We're not working on this one. 1, 2, 3, shell, 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in the center here, doing a double crochet and 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, coming back into the center, double crochet. So we're creating a little V. 1, 2, 3, create your shell, and repeat everything again. Your 3 chains for your pineapples. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then again, we're going to create here incomplete, incomplete, close it off, and then 1, 2, 3, and then your 4, 5, you close it off. Okay, so I'll meet you at the beginning of the next row. Okay, you guys, finished row 19, going to row 20. So remembering these 2 are together, that becomes only 1. And those 2 are together, we've closed them together, it becomes only 1 also. I'm coming into the next one, doing a single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet, my second, and my third. Okay. 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in, doing my shell, 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Inside of this V loop, we're doing 9 double crochets. I've done my 9 double crochets, chain 3, and your shell again. Chain 3, and do your pineapple loops. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. 1, 2, 3 chain. Again, coming in not on the first one here, but the second. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Proceed with your shell again. So it's just a repeat of what we just done all the way around. And then chain 3 and your 9 double crochets inside of that space. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I finished row 20, coming into row 21. Closed in with slip stitch. I'm coming into the next one, single and 2 chain. That's my first double crochet. Next space, another double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain. Come in, do your shell. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3. I'm coming on top of the first double crochet from the 9 with double crochet, 1 chain space into the next one, double crochet, 1 chain. So it will just be repeatedly like this, the 9 double crochet, space 1 chain between them, 3 chain, and then your shell, and then it all stays the same with the pineapple loops. So I've done my 9 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, do your shell, and 1, 2, 3, your pineapple loops, 3 chain. So you should have 3 loops now on this row of 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. Again, come in your second and into your last. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 22. So I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to come right back here on this next stitch. Single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming in, doing my shell. Two double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come in on top of the double crochet again. 1 chain coming into the next one. So we're just repeating the 9 double crochets here. One chain space between them. I've done my 9. 1, 2, 3. Your shell. Doing the 3 chain for the loops of the pineapple. You should have 2 loops left. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Coming on the second double crochet, single. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain, and continue with your shell again. So this is how we're going to do this row. One, 2, 3 chain, come on top of the first double crochet with double crochet and 1 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, closing off row 22. So I've done my 4 chains. I'm going to come where I started that single with slip stitch. Okay, now we need to do the walk all the way to the center here. So I'm going to come in the center of those stitches with a slip stitch. And I don't want to tighten too much so it doesn't pull on the pattern. But I don't want to make it loose to make it visible either. So I'm going to come in here, slip stitch all the way to the center single, 2 chains. I'm going to create my shell. Three chain. Coming on top again. Difference is I'm going to do a 2 chain space this time between them. So we're going to continue the 9 double crochets. That's going to be until the end of the pattern. We're always going to work on top. We're just going to increase on chains between them. So on this row, I'm doing 2 chain space. One, two, three. Create your shell. And now I have to see how many just give me a second here. So 3 chain coming in your loops. Now we have 1 loop left. Okay, now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. If I feel that it's pulling, I'll do a 6 chain. It depends upon your tension, really. You know, there is no specific amount when it comes to certain situations like this. I'm going to stretch my pattern to see if I'm okay with 5 chain. Okay, so I'm okay with 5 chain. If you feel that you need to do a 6 chain, then go ahead. Okay, so everything else stays the same as we've been doing. 1, 2, 3 chain into the first double crochet and 2 chain space between them. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so I've closed in with slip stitch, going into row 24, coming into the center, doing my shell, single and 2 chain, or 3 chain for some of yous. However you start your first double crochet. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in that double crochet, and here I'm going to do 2 double crochets together. 1, 2 chain, coming in the next one, 2 double crochets together. So on this row we're going to be adding 2 double crochets, 2 chain space on each of these double crochets. So I've done 2 double crochets per stitch, 2 chain space, 1, 2, 3. Doing the shell. Two chain. One, two, three, coming inside of my last loop on the pineapple. and your shell again. One, two, three, and repeat your 2 double crochets per stitch. Two chain space and 2 double crochets. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 25, I'm going to come in the center of that shell and do a shell. One, two, three chain. Again, we're going to repeat these 2 double crochets. 1, 2 chain, and again repeat the 2 double crochets. So it's going to be a repeat again on here, and then I'll meet you here at the shell. I'm going to do 3 chain, do my shell, I'm coming directly into the next shell, and created a shell. So now it's just a repeat, 3 chain and the 2 double crochets stays the same, 2 chain space between them. Now if you find that it's too close together, you can do a 3 chain space. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, going into row 26, so I've closed in with slip stitch, did a walk, went into the center of my shell with a single 2 chain, doing only 2 double crochet here. Okay, we'll complete the other 2 here so we can close it together. 1, 2, 3, come into the next one, and do your 2 double crochets. Actually, I'm going to do a 3 chain here now. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and do your 2 double crochets. 3 chain, and repeat the same thing. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the shells. 1, 2, 3. I'm at the shells. I'm only going to do 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and into the next one. Okay, and the rest will stay the same. 1, 2, 3, and continue with your 2 double crochets. 1, 2, 3 chain, and repeat. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so I've closed in row 26 with a slip stitch. Now I've done a single and 2 chain. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 more and I'm coming back on my second chain. I'm doing picot. Coming back on the same one, double crochet, 3 chain, picot, into the next double crochet, 1, 2, 3, picot. So I have 3. I'm going to come back in and just do double crochet. I'm going to come in the center here of both on the next. Let me just see something here, maybe if I can stretch it a bit here. Okay, so probably do a triple here since the chain is bigger, and come inside and do a single. I think it's best to do a triple on the last one. And then do the same thing on this side. Triple on the first one. 1, 2, 3. Picot, and then normal double crochet. Unless you want to do all triples, it's up to you, you can. Double crochet into the next one, double crochet 1, 2, 3, picot, and the last one here. So we're doing 4 double crochets, so the last one here, so the first one triple and the last one triple, just to make sure that it reaches the center here properly and it doesn't pull onto the pattern. And this is what we're going to do to all of them. I should have done it here on this one too, which I didn't, which is okay for now. It's not going to change much on the pattern. Okay, so triple again. 1, 2, 3. And you can do triple on all of them if you want. 1, 2, 3. Next double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do a triple, which is the last one. Come in and single. Okay, so I'll meet you here at the edge. Okay, so I've reached where we have those 2 chains. That's right in between the pineapples. Now, I don't want to do one here and not have one here. It will, like, I don't know, just don't feel right about it. So I've done my single. I'm going to come in. I'm going to do another single. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to do a picot over here. And then 1, 2, 3 again. And I'm coming and doing a picot where my single is. 1, 2, 3, and another one. So I have 3 picots. Now I'm going to go into the next one and close it with a single. So at least this will look, I think, a little bit more normal. And then do again, come back and do your triple and start again on your patterns. 1, 2, 3, and do your picot. I think it will look nicer this way than just doing on one and not the other. Into the next one. 1, 2, 3. But if you feel comfortable just following the same way, then you can go ahead and do it. I'm going to do a triple. Have to remember to do a triple at the beginning and at the end. Some of you have a looser stitch, so you might get away with doing just a double. Okay, so I'll leave mine like this. I hope you guys enjoy this creation of mine. It's been many, many years, and I'm glad I brought it back. I had done a similar one yesterday that I've launched, and a lot of yous in the groups absolutely loved it and was very happy to bring a lot of memories back from your relatives. And I'm glad I was able to do that. So thank you so much for being here, and please give a thumbs up. It's extremely important. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, God bless. Bye-bye, everyone.